man became a what? Living, and in some versions it says he became a living soul. Now, I don't want this to be complicated, okay? But what makes up the soul of man? So now you got Deuteronomy chapter 6. Let's go back to here. All right. God is one. All right. Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Deuteronomy chapter 6 says there's only one God. These here also says that there's only one God. But I want to show you something. Watch what it says here. John 20, verse 28. Look at this. Very interesting. And after 8 days, Jesus, this is John chapter 20, verse 26. His disciples were again inside, Thomas with them. The first time Jesus showed up, Thomas wasn't there. He shows up again. Jesus came, the doors being closed. That is, they were all in this house, and it was locked tight. Jesus just appeared. Could Jesus do that before he died? While he was a man on the earth? No. He had to walk through the doors, climb through the windows, just like everybody else. He couldn't just, he had the ability, friends, to do it, but he didn't. He set that aside. But now that he's arisen back in the form of God, he just walks in. No physical matter. He's no longer restrained. The door's been shut and stood in the midst and said, "Peace to you." Then he said to Thomas, "Reach your finger here, look at my hands, and reach your hand here, put it in my side. Do not be unbelieving, but believe." Now, Thomas, being a Jew, knew better than to say this if he didn't truly believe it was true. And Thomas answered and said to him, yeah, Jesus, this man that showed up, "You are what? My Lord. Hear, O Israel, the who? The Lord, our God. Hear, O Israel, the Lord, our God is one. One God, one Spirit. Thomas just called Jesus Christ Lord. That's blasphemy, friends. Because God said there's only one. Thomas went further and said, "My God." Total blasphemy. First, he called him Lord. Second, he called him God. God commanded Israel not to do that. You should have no other God besides me. What in the world is Thomas doing calling this man God? And why didn't the other disciples jump up and down and say, "Hey, Thomas, cut it out"? And why didn't Jesus sit there and tell Thomas, hey, wait a minute, Thomas? Jesus said to Thomas, "Thomas, you have seen me." Me, yeah, me, the Lord, me, God. You have believed. Believe what? that I am Lord and that I am God. The resurrection proved to Thomas that Jesus was both Lord and God. Mhm. It convinced him, just like it convinced the rest of them. Friend, I don't know what the disciples, who they thought he was, but you know what the resurrection did for them? The resurrection convinced them that he is Lord and that he is God. What Lord? What God? The one of Israel, the creator of all things. This man, Thomas, you have seen me and have believed. Blessed are those who have not seen yet believe. So we have one God over there in Deuteronomy. We have this God over in Genesis saying that he created all things. Let's go to Acts chapter 5. Or let's go to Acts chapter 20. The verse, go straight to the verse. Same verse. So John 20:28. Acts 20:28. Now, therefore, Paul is talking to the elders over at the church of Ephesus. Therefore, take heed to yourselves, be careful, and to all the flock, to which the Holy Spirit, Jesus? No, not Jesus. Some father? No, not some father. The Holy Spirit has made you overseers to shepherd the church of God, which he, who's the he? The he referenced God. What did God do? God purchased something. What did God purchase? God purchased the church. So take that and go back to Matthew 13. The parable of the guy going around purchasing something, purchasing the pearl of great price. Is it the sinner purchasing God? Get out of here. He just told you who's going around purchasing stuff, which God purchased with his own blood. Wait a minute, Kevin. Where in the world did God get blood from? I thought he was spirit. He is. He is. Do a spirit have blood? No. No. A spirit doesn't have a body, much less blood. So how in the world did God get blood? Thomas just told you how God got blood. Put your hand in my, reach your fingers and touch my hand. Reach your fingers in here, touch my side. Thomas now tells you what happened. Jesus happens to be the God that purchased the church. He was the one that had blood. Thomas verified it. My Lord, my God. So how do you think God got blood? Who was Paul talking about? He was talking about that same Jesus, man.